Morning, guys. When we feel loved, when we truly feel loved, there is nothing more powerful in this world. I felt it in my life. I am so grateful for all the love in my life. And I want you to know how powerful that love is. And I want you to know, too, that we all can show the determination, make the decision to recognize that love is a verb, as Stephen Covey has said. It's an action. And I've never had the courage to say this until now. But I want you to know, wherever you are, whatever mistakes, whatever you've been through, whatever you've gone through, you are loved. I love you. I love you because you're the same as me. We all have that one common denominator. We have a mind of our own. We have the power to control it, and we can choose love over hate. And that makes us unlimited. So I want you to remember that no matter what. Have a great day, everyone. Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed, breathing in through our noses and out through our mouths. Feeling the power of you controlling your breathing. Knowing, remembering, it's the same power we use to control our thinking. Now use that power. Use your determination to see in your mind today your best effort in all the exercises, stretches, movements we do here together. See it in your mind right now. See yourself doing the best you can, giving the best effort you've ever done for anything. Maybe you want to visualize the last time we did these exercises and stretches together. Go there and think right now about what you could do better or differently this time. It's the same process we use to grow our minds and grow the strength and health of our bodies and energy. Alright, good morning, determination. How's everyone today? Another day in the gym of life. Wherever you are, if you're at home, outdoors, indoors, let's go. Let's make this the best gym period ever. Here we go. Alright, when I say go, we're going to start jogging on the spot. But for now, if you would like, just to slowly warm up, you can walk on the spot or walk side to side. Okay, so walking on the spot first or side to side, wherever you are. When I say go, we'll start jogging. Ready, and go. Again, remembering our breathing. Always controlling our breathing as best we can. And focusing on the movement of our body right now. The awareness of what we're doing. The awareness of being here together right now, united in the gym of life, always, wherever we are. Keep going, everyone, keep going. A few more seconds to warm up our bodies. Feel the power of your heart beating faster. You're breathing, wanting to change and go faster, but you get to control that breathing. Always the way we control our thoughts. And stop. All right, everyone, walking. Just gonna walk side to side here. You can do the same. Remember to always move safely within the space that you have. Continue to take deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your heart, your breathing, all coming back to the previous state before we started jogging. All right, everyone, and let's start doing our stretches. Let's do shoulder rolls first. Here we go. Roll the shoulders forward 10 times. Big shoulder rolls all the way up to your ears as much as possible and all the way around. Let's do 10 forward and then 10 backwards. Feeling that tension and then that release as we come around. All right, let's go backwards. Feeling the joy of being able to move our bodies, to release some of that tension, maybe that tightness we might have. So important that we work on our bodies and our minds every day. As we work on one, we work on the other. All right, arm circles forward, everyone. 10 forward. Here we go. Slowly, all the way up and around. Excellent. All right, and backwards, everyone. Again, feeling the joy of your arms moving through space. You controlling your physical body. All through the most marvelous supercomputer in the universe, your mind. All right, good. Hands on your hips, everyone. Bend your knees and side stretch. Let's do 5 on each side. All right, excellent. Okay, let's twist our bodies now. Twist. Again, 5 on each side. Feeling the joy of moving our midsection of our body. Just the middle point of our body. All right, excellent. Okay, let's do 5 push-ups, everyone. Our best 5 push-ups. Here we go. All the way down, all the way up. The best you can. All right. And 5 sit-ups. Best 5 sit-ups ever. Here we go. All right, and stand up, everyone. Let's do 5 squats. Here we go. All the way down, all the way up. Down. Looking straight ahead. Feet flat on the floor. Excellent. Let's do 6 lunges, 3 on each side. Alternating legs. Arms out. Back straight. Good. All right. 10-second plank, belly's knees off the ground. Hold it there for 10. Excellent job, everyone. Okay, stand up and reach for the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are, on your toes. Here we go. Reaching and holding it there for 10 seconds. Again, feeling your body, every part of it working to achieve the goal of holding this for 10 seconds. Excellent. And reach for your toes, straight knees. Go as far as you can. Remember, you may not touch your toes, that's okay. Reaching is the most important thing. Going for it. Doing your best without hurting yourself. Keep those knees straight. Excellent. And come on up. And let's balance. Grab one leg, bend the other knee if you have to, and hold it there for 10 seconds. Keep fighting to keep your balance if you have to. Keep thinking. channeling your thoughts to keep your balance. Excellent. All right, and switch. Again, pulling your leg back, feeling the stretch on the front of the thigh. Bend the other knee if you have to. Remember, if you lose your balance, you fall, you get right back up. Never give up, never stay down. Always do your best to get right back up. All right, here we go. Let's hug our knee now. Hugging the knee, pulling it up. Once again, thinking about what we're doing. Trying to find that balance point. Bend the other knee if you have to. Hold it for 10 seconds. And switch, the other one, slowly coming up. Again, find that balance. Feel your body working to find that balance. Alright, excellent. Holding it for 10. Okay, and good. Let's sit down, everyone, and
to Xavi, who feeds Messi early. Still Lionel Messi. Can anybody stop him? They can't. Alves timed his run well. The flag has stayed down this time. Touch from Messi and it's in. Good defending in the end by Ortega, but it's broken for Messi. And still irresistible. Simply irresistible.
Most people think they're broke because they don't make enough money. But what if that's not the real problem? What if the real reason you're falling behind is because no one ever taught you how God designed money to work? Right now, while you're working harder, everything is getting more expensive. Your cash is quietly losing value. Your effort is buying less. And most people won't realize this until it hurts. The Bible warned about this long before inflation, broken systems, and financial chaos. But almost nobody was taught how to read Scripture through the lens of stewardship, ownership, and strategy. If you only had $1,000 in 2026, most people would waste it emotionally, not strategically. They would spend it trying to escape pain instead of using it to build a future. But God never designed provision to work that way, and once you understand His system, you stop surviving and start positioning. If you like our content, consider supporting our ministry through the link in the description. Because what I'm about to show you isn't just a financial idea. It's a shift from confusion to clarity, from fear to wisdom, from reacting to building. And this may be the moment you finally understand why God never called you to survive. He called you to steward. The silent crisis, why $1,000 in 2026 won't mean what it used to mean. Most people don't realize they are in a crisis until it's too late. The problem isn't loud. It doesn't scream, and it doesn't break doors down. It whispers. It slowly eats away at the value of their money while they're busy surviving, working harder, and wondering why everything feels more expensive. In 2026, $1,000 will not feel like security anymore. It will feel like a question. And the Bible already warned that when wisdom is ignored, scarcity becomes louder than faith. Scripture says in Proverbs 21:20, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." That verse isn't just poetic, it's financial. It reveals a principle. Wisdom is not about how much you earn, but how you position what you already have. Most people think the problem is they don't make money fast enough. But in reality, the deeper issue is they don't understand how money works when systems change. And systems are changing right now. Inflation doesn't announce itself. It just shows up in groceries, rent, gas, insurance, and subscriptions people forgot they even had. That's why many feel like they're working more, but going nowhere. Ecclesiastes 1:9 reminds us that there is nothing new under the sun. This cycle has happened before. Empires inflated their currencies. People trusted cash, and those who understood ownership quietly survived. The Bible doesn't condemn wealth, it condemns ignorance. Most believers were never taught that money is a tool, not a blessing or a curse. It is simply a system. And if someone doesn't learn the system will use them. Jesus constantly taught in parables about stewardship, seeds, talents, vineyards, and ownership, not wages. In Matthew 25, the servant who buried his talent didn't lose it overnight. He lost it quietly. And that's exactly what inflation does. It buries value in plain sight. This is why the idea of saving money without strategy is dangerous. Cash alone is not protection. It feels safe, but it slowly decays. That's why Proverbs 22:7 says, "The borrower is servant to the lender." When someone doesn't understand how to position their money, they become dependent, not free. And God never designed his people to live dependent on broken systems. He designed them to build, steward, and multiply. If someone only had $1,000 in 2026, the question wouldn't be, how do I stretch this? It would be, how do I position this? Because stretching leads to survival, but positioning leads to growth. This is where most people get it wrong. And this is exactly where the Bible's financial wisdom becomes uncomfortable, because it doesn't start with comfort. It starts with ownership. And that leads directly to the next truth most people were never taught. God never told us to store cash. He taught us to build ownership. God never told his people to worship cash. He taught them to build, steward, multiply, and govern. Yet most people were raised believing that stacking money in a savings account is wisdom. It feels responsible. It feels safe. But safety is not the same as strategy. In the Bible, safety always came from obedience and positioning, not from hiding resources under a mattress. And this misunderstanding is why so many believers struggle in business and never fully learn how to make money with peace. In Luke 19, Jesus tells the parable of the minas, where servants were expected to put their money to work, not store it, not admire it, not protect it from risk, but to multiply it. The one who hid it was not praised for being cautious. He was rebuked for being unproductive. That story alone dismantles the modern idea that faith equals financial passivity. God does not reward stagnation. He rewards stewardship. Ownership changes everything. When someone owns something productive, they are no longer just a consumer. They become a participant in creation. This is why Proverbs 13:22 says, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children." That verse is not poetic.
Good morning, guys. Today, Les Brown reminds us in his 10th rule, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop chasing your dream. And Les Brown gives us an example of a few years back, actually a long time ago, when he was trying to come up with his business, or he was starting up and trying to make it, trying to follow his dream. He was working in a building in Detroit, Michigan, and he remembers sleeping on the floor. He remembers the ridicule, the people making fun of him, with him and his partners as they tried to work on fulfilling their dream. He remembers that pain, and he reminds us to not stop. Not stop on chasing our dream. And our dream is our happiness, our deep happiness, success, fulfillment, peace. So no matter what you're going through, no matter how hard it is right now, you're going to make it. But you have to make that decision, that determination to make it. Have a great day, everyone. Reach for our toes, straight knees. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Again, thinking about our breathing. One great breath in at a time. One great thought in at a time. All right, let's make a V shape with our legs and reach for the floor as far away from our body as we can. Just reach. Reach as far as you can go away from your body. And reach for one side, hold it for 10 seconds. And good, the other side, 10 seconds. Again, if you don't touch your toe, it's okay, just reach. Reach, always go for it, always do your best. If you feel a pain though, make sure you come back a little bit. Okay, and feet together. Gently push your knees down with your elbows. Hold it for 10 seconds again. And always remember that breathing. Good air in. back, keep the knee on the ground, go as far back as you can. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Alright, and switch to the other side. Again, keep that knee on the ground so you feel the pull on the front of your thigh. Doesn't matter if you're not all the way back with your back, it's okay. Alright, good. And roll onto your belly. Push the floor and look up at the ceiling. Cobra stretch. Here we go. Hold it for 10 seconds. Or look up at the sky if you're outdoors. Alright, and legs crossed again, everyone. Back straight. Eyes closed. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now, using our powerful imagination to see what we will do when that music goes on. I'm going to play some of my favorite songs today. For each song, I'm going to hold an exercise position. For me today, I'm going to visualize and see in my mind holding the lunge position for each leg for the duration of the first song. For the second song, I'll be holding the sit-up position as long as I can, for as long as I can, but I will continue right to the end of the song. How about you? Play your 2 favorite songs, or 2 songs that change your energy state so you can be your true great self and motivate yourself. Or you can listen to my music, but whatever you do, see in your mind right now the 2 exercises you've chosen to do, or stretches, or movements, or dances, or something that you want to do to work on your body safely when that music goes on. See it right now, clearly in your mind, because you were born to do that. You were born to see it in your mind and make it real with your eyes open in the world. Alright, here we go, determination, here we go. For me, it's lunge position. Here I go. Try to keep my back straight, keep that knee off the ground. If you're doing the same, again, do your best. Hold it there as long as you can. I'm going to try to hold this leg for half the song and then hold the other side for half the song. And if you want, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, as Pharrell sings over here right now. I think happiness is the truth. We were born to be happy, all of us, no matter what. For me, there's no greater happiness than working on my mind and body all the time, wherever I go in the gym of life. And I hope the same for you. But remember, you were born to be happy, to be free, to be peaceful, kind, and loving, always. I'm happy right now. I hope you're happy right now. Because if you can be happy now, you can be happy forever. Wherever you are, no matter what. Alright. Let's do the other leg. Shake it a little bit. Alright, here we go. Don't let anybody or anything ever bring you down. You were born to be happy. That's up to you. Always up to you. No matter how hard things are, always remember your determination, Your power to determine, to make the positive, accurate, truthful, winning, loving choice always. To be good. To be your best for others, no matter what. Even when things are uncomfortable, like right now, this is getting uncomfortable for me. But I get to keep going. I get to keep using my determination. Because I'm happy, I love it. And I want happiness for you and everyone, the whole universe. And I pray for that every single day. Whew. Song's not over. I gotta keep going. Let's do the other leg. Let's do the other one. Clap along, yeah. Happiness is the truth, for sure. Here we go. And switch the other leg. There we go. Find that balance. Let's go, everyone. Clap along wherever you are. Happiness is the truth. Let's go. Thank you, Pharrell. You were born with happiness. You're made of happiness and truth. Oh. All right, I'm proud of your effort, wherever you are. Let's go.
Kira and Zach are collaborating.
In by Henry, and the header off the bar. Messi on the rebound. Otto able to pick out Xavi. Brilliantly taken by Messi. Is there nothing this young man isn't capable of?
Finding Messi. Messi on the move. Lionel Messi! Mesmerizing.
It's strategic. It teaches long-term thinking. It teaches systems. It teaches that money should outlive emotions and impulses. And most people were never taught to think beyond their next paycheck. In today's world, ownership doesn't only mean land or animals like in biblical times. It means equity, businesses, systems, intellectual property, and assets that produce value. When someone understands this, they stop asking, "How much do I make?" and start asking, "What do I own?" This shift alone changes how a person approaches money, business, and even how they pray about provision. Jesus never said, "Blessed are those who store." He said, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness." And righteousness, in biblical terms, often means alignment. Alignment with truth. Alignment with order. Alignment with stewardship. When someone aligns their financial behavior with God's design, they stop chasing miracles and start building systems. And systems are what quietly make money over time. This is why the first mistake most people make with their first $1,000 is treating it like a cushion instead of a seed. Cushions protect comfort. Seeds create harvests, and Scripture is full of seed language for a reason. But what kind of seeds should someone plant first? That question is where most people panic, guess, and gamble. And that's exactly what the next principle corrects. The first move, building a foundation, not chasing miracles. Most people, when they get their first $1,000, don't think in terms of foundations. They think in terms of escape. They want relief, speed, and emotional comfort. That's why they chase shortcuts, trends, and miracles. But Scripture never taught God's people to build on excitement. It taught them to build on rock. In Matthew 7:24, Jesus says the wise man builds on a firm foundation, not on sand. And that principle applies to money just as much as it applies to faith. A foundation is not flashy. It doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't go viral. But it holds everything else together. This is why many people struggle in business. They're trying to decorate a house they never finish building. They jump from idea to idea, stock to stock, strategy to strategy, without ever creating a system. And systems, not emotions, are what consistently make money over time. The Bible constantly emphasizes preparation before expansion. Noah didn't wait for rain to start building. Joseph didn't wait for famine to start storing. Nehemiah didn't wait for enemies to leave before rebuilding the wall. Every major biblical breakthrough started with structure, not hype. Yet today, most people want returns before responsibility, and that mindset quietly destroys their financial future. A wise first move with money is not about chasing what could explode. It's about creating what can endure. That means learning before earning, studying before scaling, and positioning before profiting. Proverbs 24:3 says, "By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established." A house without wisdom collapses. A portfolio without wisdom does the same. In modern terms, this means understanding what produces value before trying to extract value. It means learning how markets work, how ownership works, how systems generate income, and how patience outperforms impulse. When someone skips this step, they turn investing into gambling and business into chaos. And chaos never compounds. The first $1,000 should never be treated like a lottery ticket. It should be treated like a blueprint. A blueprint doesn't build the house, but it determines everything that comes after. And once a person understands what their blueprint should look like, they stop asking random questions and start making intentional moves. But what should that blueprint actually include? That's where most people get lost, and where wisdom becomes extremely practical. The power of compounding. How God rewards the faithful and consistent. Most people underestimate small beginnings because they're trained to chase big results. But the Bible celebrates growth that starts tiny and becomes unstoppable. Jesus said in Matthew 13:31-32 that the kingdom of God is like a mustard seed. Small at first, yet it becomes a tree where many find shelter. That's the exact same logic behind compounding. It's not about how impressive something looks today. It's about how faithful it becomes over time with the right structure. Compounding is the quiet partner of discipline. It doesn't shout, it doesn't trend, and it doesn't beg for attention. It simply works. This is why people who understand money differently don't rush. They repeat. They build systems that quietly make money while others burn energy chasing hype. Proverbs 13:11 says, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." That verse could be printed on every financial textbook. In business, consistency is more valuable than intensity. Someone who invests small amounts regularly, learns steadily, and improves slowly will outperform someone who sprints once and disappears. God designed growth to be rhythmic, not explosive. Think of Joseph. His elevation didn't come overnight. It came through years of obedience, preparation, rejection, and patience. But when the time came, his influence compounded. This principle also protects the heart. When people chase quick wins, they attach their identity to outcomes. But when they build steadily, they attach their identity to process. And process is where wisdom lives. The Bible doesn't praise speed, it praises endurance. James 1:4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Maturity is always a long game. Financially, this means that learning, reinvesting, and repeating simple strategies often beats chasing complicated ones. Someone who understands compounding stops asking, "How fast can I get rich?" and starts asking, "How strong can I become?" Strength outlives trends. Strength outlasts storms. Strength is what keeps money from controlling someone instead of serving them. And once someone understands compounding, they begin to realize that growth doesn't need to be risky to be powerful. They start valuing balance, protection, and positioning. Because speed without stability is fragile, and that's exactly where most people collapse. So what does God teach about balance? That's the next principle people often ignore, and it changes everything. Diversification is biblical. Why God never put everything in one basket. Most people think diversification is a modern financial invention, but Scripture has been teaching this principle for thousands of years. Ecclesiastes 11:2 says, "Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8, for you do not know what disaster may come upon the land." That's not just poetic wisdom, that's risk management. God never designed his people to bet everything on one outcome. He taught them to prepare for uncertainty with wisdom, not fear. When someone puts all their money into one idea, one stock, one business, or one plan, they don't call it faith, they call it hope. But hope is not a strategy. Wisdom understands that storms come.
Morning, guys. I want to share with you a story, a video I watched a while ago. It's from Nick Vujicic, who is a man who was born with no limbs. And he has gone through struggles, but he is now an incredible human being because he's taken that struggle and he is spreading his faith, his love to the world. And he's affected me so much, and I wanted to share with you and remind you that when we're living, laughing, and loving our way to infinite mind wealth, remember the power of love. Nick Vujicic's one speech affected this one young girl. I'll never forget. She stood up and said to him, "Thank you. No one has ever told me that they love me." And when I heard that, I thought, wow, we don't know how powerful we are, how powerful our thoughts and our words are. So someone feeling loved changed the course of their life. And that is something we can all remember. We have that power. Have a great day, everyone. All right, next song, everyone. Let's go. V sits for me. V sit up for me position. How about you? What are you gonna work on? Let's see. Whatever it is, do your best. Here we go. If you want to try what I'm doing, go for it. Let's go, everyone, together. If you got your own exercise, your own movement you're doing, go for it. It is a bright, sunshiny day where I am, right here, right now, doing this video for you, for all of us, for myself. I hope the same for you. But more importantly, I hope that it's bright, clear, and sunny, always in your mind, right now, wherever you are. Because that's always up to us. Oh, I love it. I love working on being our best in whatever we do. No matter how hard it might be, no matter how challenging. There should always be nothing but blue sky of thoughts in our mind. Clearness, clarity. We can do it. It's up to us. We were born to do it. To let those dark clouds pass, those thoughts, those negative thoughts. And remember the truth of what we are, who we are. Oh. Whew. I love it. I can see clearly right now. I know I got more. Here we go. Song's not over. Let's go, Mr. Francis. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Nick. Here we go. Keep going, everyone, wherever you are. Keep going. Let's go. This is the best effort ever we're giving, right? The best effort, no matter what. The way we do this is the way we'll do everything. We fall, we get right back up. Still not over. Song's not over. Let's go. Keep going. We fall, we get right back up. Never give up. Never. Never give up until it's a bright, sunshiny day in your mind, and we've done the best to help with other people with their mind. It's possible. All through your determination. Let's go, everybody. Oh, great effort.
Messi. Great feat by Messi. Brilliant by Messi! Magical by Messi!
Mallorca have won their last 3 league games by the scoreline of 1-0, but they're going to be punished here by Messi.
Todos los penaltis el Barça. Ahí viene Messi. Messi, Messi, Gorka, Messi, gol, 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 gol.
Markets shift and seasons change. Even Joseph in Egypt didn't store food in one place or for 1 year. He diversified across time and geography. That's what saved a nation. Diversification isn't about distrust, it's about humility. It acknowledges that no one sees the full future. Proverbs 27:12 says, "The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty." People who diversify don't assume they're smarter than life. They assume life is unpredictable, and they build accordingly. That mindset alone protects more money than any clever trick. In modern terms, diversification means not depending on one source of income, one idea, or one asset. It means understanding that God often provides through multiple streams, not one dramatic miracle. That's why many struggle in business. They're waiting for one big breakthrough instead of building several small foundations. And small foundations, when stacked, become unstoppable. Spiritually, diversification also protects the heart. When someone ties their identity to one thing, they panic when that thing shakes. But when they are positioned across systems, skills, and ownership, they remain calm. That calm is power. That calm is clarity. And clarity is what allows someone to make better decisions when others freeze. The moment a person understands biblical diversification, they stop asking, "What's the one perfect move?" and start asking, "How do I build wisely across seasons?" That shift changes how they approach money, business, and purpose. But balance alone isn't enough. At some point, survival must become strategy. And that's when everything moves from protection to dominion, from survival to dominion, turning $1,000 into a long-term strategy. Most people live in survival mode without realizing it. They make decisions based on fear, not vision. They ask, "How do I get through this month?" instead of, "How do I build for the next decade?" But the Bible never framed life as mere survival. In Genesis 1:28, God gave humanity dominion, not desperation. Dominion means stewardship, governance, structure, and long-term thinking, not constant anxiety about tomorrow. When someone only thinks about short-term relief, they misuse money. They consume what should be planted. They spend what should be structured. And they pray for miracles instead of building systems. But God's pattern has always been clear. He gives seed to the sower, not bread to the lazy. Dominion starts when a person stops asking for rescue and starts asking for wisdom. This is where most people misunderstand faith. Faith is not passive. It is deeply strategic. Noah built. Joseph organized. Moses structured. Solomon planned. None of them just waited. They worked with divine principles. That same wisdom applies to business and wealth. A person who wants to make money with peace must first learn how to build with intention. Turning $1,000 into a long-term strategy means thinking in decades, not days. It means asking, what can this grow into? What system can this become? What knowledge must I acquire before I deploy this? Proverbs 16:9 says, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Planning is not a lack of faith. It is a form of obedience. Dominion also changes how someone views ownership. They stop wanting quick wins and start wanting lasting impact. They no longer chase excitement. They chase alignment, and alignment is powerful. When someone aligns their mindset with God's principles, money becomes a servant, not a master. That's when stress decreases and clarity increases. At this stage, the person is no longer asking, "How do I survive?" They are asking, "How do I multiply?" They begin to understand that the goal was never just to hold money. It was to steward influence. And influence, when guided by wisdom, becomes legacy. But none of this works unless the person is willing to act on what they've learned. Now the question is simple, but uncomfortable. What are you going to do with what you just learned? Will this be another video you agree with and forget? Or the moment you finally change how you see money, ownership, and responsibility? Because wisdom only works when it's applied. And God never reveals truth just to inform. He reveals it to transform. Ask yourself this: are you managing your money, or is your money managing you? Are you building something that can outlive you, or just surviving another month? Are your decisions rooted in fear or in strategy? Most people never stop long enough to ask these questions, and that's exactly why they stay stuck. You don't need millions to start. You don't need perfection. You don't need insider secrets. What you need is alignment. Alignment with wisdom. Alignment with discipline. alignment with God's design for stewardship. When those three come together, everything changes, not overnight, but permanently. Write in the comments, "God trusted me with money for a reason," and watch how this powerful declaration begins to shift the course of your business and your finances from this day forward. If this message touched you in any way, consider supporting our ministry through the link in the description. Your support helps us continue teaching biblical wisdom about money, business, and purpose to people who were never taught these truths. And if you want to keep learning how to build, steward, and grow the right way, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications, because this isn't about hype. It's about building a future that won't collapse when the system shakes.
And here we are again. Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed, deep breaths in through our noses and out through our mouths. The way we began. The way it all begins, always. Always with our thoughts. Our powerful minds, which are always subject to our control, no matter how hard it's been to control them. We know the truth, don't we? We saw it today in our effort. We see it every day in life, in the gym of life. We know that we have the power to determine what thoughts we will act upon, and therefore we also have that power to determine what feelings we will allow to flow out and through us. Because our feelings are ultimately connected to our thinking. And if we control our breath with our thoughts, we can always control our thoughts and therefore our feelings. To learn and to grow and to be mind healthy and mind wealthy, peaceful, kind, loving, free and successful in whatever we do, wherever we are, no matter what. That's why we are already, whether we know it or not, determined nation. A people, a nation that always has the power to determine, to think, and to be positively, undoubtedly, unwaveringly loving, no matter what. Great job today, everyone. I love you so much. Another great time here together. This is probably one of our last for the summer. I hope you enjoy every moment, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Whether you're in a classroom, at work, at home, wherever you are. Enjoy every moment. It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you, to continue growing our minds and our bodies together. But remember the truth, no matter what. Wherever you go, wherever you are already in the gym of life, where you can always grow your mind and your body. I love you. Thank you so much for always helping me grow my mind and my body. And may today and everything we've done together, our time together, And wherever you are, with whoever you're with, may that always be an expression of who and what we really are. I love you, everyone. Have a great summer. I will see and connect with you as soon as the time comes. I love you all.